Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Lorenzo, your host of the Leaders Out podcast. Tonight, I have a repeat, one of my good friends and one of the true leader of the heart I had not long ago on my podcast, Pascale Dube from Montreal, Quebec. And tonight, I'm bringing her on because she's doing something wonderful. She's hosting her first ever um, big event. She's expecting about 500 people, and this is going to be on the event is called Busy Parent Entrepreneur Summit. It's going to go live from December 1st to 12th. There will be 12 speakers, one a day, each talking about their topic of expertise. It's going to be really fun, and I had the honor to be invited to be one of the speakers. I did a presentation for her on Saturday morning, which it was a lot of fun doing it. So about podcasting, and tonight Pascale is back, so she can tell us more about the event. So Pascale, welcome to the show again, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me and to promote my event. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure's all mine. I do what I can to help other heart-centered entrepreneurs to get the word out so they can increase their impact. It's all about impact. So
yeah. Well, you're going to be the first speaker, which video will be sent. So
awesome.
You're launching the summit. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the concept because it's a bit weird. Yeah, it's a weird concept. It's the first time that.
So sorry. Before we get that, tell us about the genesis. What gave you this idea about organizing this event?
Actually, I don't want to steal the thunder of one of my speakers because I have invited the guy who has created the platform, who's hosting the summit for me, and who's been helping me out. He's been my coach for almost a year now, and he's going to be a speaker at my summit. But here's the idea. A summit is a very good way to build credibility in front of an audience. As you know, I've been working with leaders here in Montreal, but I wanted to expand to an audience that was broader and English speaking and international. And I've also switched my market from coaching leaders in businesses to coaching parents to become the leaders that their teenager needs. This is my new niche, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly, but I needed to be more visible, to be able to build that audience, and a summit is a perfect way to do that. And if you come into the summit and you watch Steve Erickson's video, who's one of my speakers, you're going to learn all about the advantages of hosting your own event. So that's why I'm hosting an event. But I must say that there's also a very good, there are good arguments for someone to host such an event, because you get to meet experts, you get to provide like your podcast, you get to provide a good window and a good opportunity for people to speak and spread their message and get their message out and do some offers in front of audience that they don't necessarily reach. So it's as much for me to build my audience, but it's also for the speakers to build their audience. So it's very like a win-win-win, because the audience and the participants of the summit win, the speakers win, and I win. So it's really like a very good way to build networks that work together, to see, if you are aligned with other people who serve the same audience you do, then it's opportunities for JVing, for co-promoting like you're doing for me right now, for basically we all work together to grow together. And that's what I loved about the idea of hosting that summit. So this is the genesis.
Awesome.
And why the busy parent entrepreneur? Well, I've got friends who are busy parent entrepreneurs, lots of them. And I thought that sometimes people don't really think that some entrepreneurs, they also have families. And the families are as much part of the business as the actual entrepreneur, because everybody sacrifices for the service of building that amazing business and changing the world. The family also collaborates in that process. So I really wanted to celebrate the fact that entrepreneurs are not only business people, they're also people, and they've got families and they want to spend time with their families. So the idea was really to provide tools, tips, tricks, hacks, whatever necessary for the business parents to actually show up as their best selves in the coming year. So grow their business. find new things to market, learn new things that might be helpful in the future, and not just in the business, but also for their family life.
Awesome. Now before we dive deeper into the event, I have a couple of questions about the agendas and all, because I'm very fascinated. I'm looking at organizing an event myself. So it's awesome for me to pick your brains because you just went through that. So I want to also, just for my own, curiosity. So tell us, when did you decide that, hey, I need to host an event? How long ago did you make that decision?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good question. Actually, Steve Erickson, my coach, has been pushing us, his coaching group, to host an event because it's this whole thing. And he wanted us to benefit from his experience as a marketer with many years of experience. So he really guided us through all the steps that were required to host an event, reassured us, took us by the hand, and then he built this amazing platform for us and to simplify hosting an event. So it really wasn't that big of a deal in terms of logistics, because I'm using the right tool. Wow. And that's another thing that entrepreneurs need to learn, is use the right tool and you won't waste any time. So I started thinking about hosting my event when I started the coaching with Steve back in February. And I didn't have the idea yet. I knew I wanted to host one before the end of this year. I didn't have any idea. I didn't know when it would happen, but I had the idea that I needed to host an event in this year. And so when the summer came, I thought about first hosting a giveaway. I don't know if you're familiar with a giveaway, but you can also host that type of events through Event Raptor. And I wanted to host that, but I started planning way too late, and there was a lot of offer at the same time I wanted to host mine, and I had a hard time finding contributors for the gift giveaway. So I said, okay, no, let's forget about that. I'll go big or I'll go home. So I said, okay, let's go big or go home. Let's host a summit, full-on summit. And it's funny because the idea and the concept actually came to me, like so many things do, while I was sleeping.
Now that's a good one. Yes. Okay.
And when I woke up the next morning, I said, okay, now I've got my concept. I've got my idea. I will just check with my coach to see what he thinks about the idea. And he really loved it. He said, I've never seen anything like it. And I've hosted a lot of events, and your concept is really solid. I think it's going to be great. So I started running with the idea, and it's gonna come to fruition, and I'm really happy about it. It's my first one, so sky is the limit, people.
So how did it happen in your dream? Did you have one of those vivid dreams, or
it was when you go to bed sometimes, just before you go to sleep, you ask yourself a question.
Okay.
And your brain is a fantastic machine.
Yes.
You just provide the information, you ask for something, and then you go to sleep.
Wow, love that.
Your brain will find the answer while you're sleeping.
I'm gonna implement that tonight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna implement that tonight. Okay.
Your brain will figure things out while you're sleeping, and it's the best way to figure things out because you don't have this prefrontal cortex that's actually preventing you from accessing your creativity. You don't have those filters, those what are people going to think about me, or you don't have those like logical filters to prevent you from being creative. Your brain doesn't care when you're sleeping. So mix and match happens, and that's the way that this concept was born, and I'm really glad it did.
So let me just, because that's fascinating. So you said you just asked the question before going to sleep. Did you ask the question and then directed your thoughts toward the solution and trying to think until you fell asleep, or you just asked the question and then closed your eyes and then didn't even think about trying to think about ways to answer your question in your mind?
Yeah, that's a fascinating way. I think I'm really lucky in some way, but it's luck and it's not, because I have a very healthy lifestyle, and I take care of myself, and my sleep for me is my most important thing. So sleep for me is the most important thing. I've seen and I've heard and I've witnessed people who, and my father is a very anxious man. And once he starts thinking about his problem before he goes to bed, he doesn't sleep because, you know,
Sure.
his mind is racing and anxiety comes in and it's a whole thing. I'm lucky not to be an anxious person, so I'm really quite calm. And I think it's partly because I sleep so well. So I would probably recommend that you ask a question or you frame a problem. Like, okay, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do next. I have to figure things out. I have to figure a way out. I had to figure a solution. Here's what's happening. Here's where I'm stuck. And then thank you, and you go to sleep. You close your eyes and you stop thinking about it. Because if you start to, you don't frame it differently than that, and you don't start to think about solutions. You just frame the problem and then you go to bed. And if you can write things down and get them out of your head, even better, because once it's written down, you don't have to think about it. It's written somewhere. You don't have to keep those thoughts in your mind. So I keep, okay, coaching hack. I keep something next to my bed so I can write down stuff before I go to bed, just to empty my head before I sleep.
Love that. Do you meditate to empty your mind or no?
Meditation is very powerful. I do different types of meditation. Some have been recommended by neuroscientists. Some have been recommended by friends who also have a meditation practice. As I said, I'm not someone who's doomed with a hard time to fall asleep. But when I'm stressed out, yoga nidra is very good. Or just focusing on your breathing. Your brain will eventually settle because you'll focus on your breathing and you will fall slowly asleep without even realizing that you're falling asleep.
Wow, yeah. Amazing. So now let's get back to your events. So from the time that you made the decision, what would you say was the most difficult aspect of organizing that?
I think
the most challenging?
Yeah, the most challenging, well, it was my first one. So of course, there's a learning curve in anything.
Sure.
I've hosted events in the past that were not virtual, and I'm a communication specialist with 20 years of experience, and I've organized big events in the past. So I had an idea of what it takes in terms of communications. Communications is key for me, of course. Professional like bias. Attaching the speakers is the most important thing, because you have to make sure that the speakers are well aligned with what you want to provide in terms of value to your audience. And you really have to nurture them. They're your content, they're your everything, they're your most important allies. And you have to make sure that you select the right ones. And I've done a lot of pre-interviews, making sure that the speakers I wanted to have over were the right type of speakers and that they would provide value. And that was the key thing for me, was to select and pre-interview and attach the speakers. That's the most important thing, I think. After that, everything is logistics, and I was well surrounded with Steve's team, and my own experience in communications made it way easier. And I'm a graphic designer, so I did all the visuals, everything I did myself. So there are like aspects that you have to think about, that you have to take time or measure time or delays. If you delegate the visual, for instance, to an external resource, you have to provide the content still. I mean, they're not gonna invent the content. You have to provide directions in terms of visual that you want. What kind of look and feel are you looking for? So you have to communicate that to the person you're delegating this to as well. It's a lot of communications, but it would be way worse if the platform didn't automate most of the process of communicating with the attendees, the participants. And I'm having a double summit, because there's a regular attendee and there are the VIPs as well. So I kind of organized two summits in one, if you will.
So good segue. So tell us now, what is the difference between the regular summit and the VIP one?
Can I talk a little bit about the concept? Because
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You're the star. Go ahead.
It's really fun. That's why that's what excited Steve the most, is that I woke up with this idea and this creative idea of a summit, because we've all been there. I mean, we've all been to, virtual events, and your camera's off and you're just dozing in your chair, or you're doing something else because you're not really interested in what's going on. And so, since it's called the Busy Parent Entrepreneur Summit, I said, okay, people are busy. They don't want to stay in front of their computers for a long time. I will pre-record the interviews. I will pre-record the information. It will be mostly interview styles or presentations that provide value for the audience, but they will be able to either watch it on their time or listen to it as a podcast. So the audio will also be available for the attendees.
Awesome.
If they want to go for a run and listen to a speaker, they can take it with them. So I really thought about my audience and what they wanted, and made it the easiest way possible for them to consume the content. So that was the first thing. Second thing was, when I was young, I really, really loved when my parent bought me an advent calendar. That was the thing. Okay, I loved it. I loved chocolate. I wanted to eat the candy, and sometimes there was no candy by the 5th of December. I had completely eaten the candy. So when I woke up that, fateful day when I decided to do the summit, I was like, how about designing an advent calendar for the busy parent entrepreneur? Yeah. And so for the 12 first days of December, from December 1st to December 12th, you will receive one video a day and a link and a gift for you to consume, just like you would an advent calendar. This is for the regular attendees, so it's completely free for those who register. It's free. You're going to receive one video a day, one link to a video, audio, and to the gift, because every speaker has given a gift for the attendees. And every day you're going to receive one in your inbox. You don't even have to go look for it. We're going to send it to you. For the VIPs who, like me, want to eat all the candy on December 1st, the VIPs will have access to the whole content, the whole gifts, all of the gifts, including the VIP gifts. And this is where it gets very, very interesting, is that we've got over $2,500 worth of gifts for the attendees. And the VIP upgrade is only $97. So it's redonkulous. My speakers have been tremendously generous. And so for anyone who wants to consume the advent calendar when they want, VIP is the solution, and you've got over $2,500 worth of value in gifts if you register as a VIP, of course. Access to 2 bonus speakers. You've got a scoop here, because I haven't told anyone. I've got 2 bonus speakers for the ones who attend the VIPs, and they're amazing. I've got like great people there for the bonus, and so yeah, double summit. You've got more value, of course, if you come in as a VIP, but even if you just want to enjoy it for the free attendance, if you just want to enjoy the content, learn new things, prepare yourself for the new year, there are activities that are onto the special Facebook page of the event. We're going to have
lives,
a concours.
Contest.
Sorry, my English is kind of
No worries.
We're going to have a contest for the people who register on a Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group, so only the attendees from the summit can access this group. And we're going to have activities, recipes, a contest. So it's going to be like super fun, and you can enjoy it with your kids, with your partner. The goal is to really focus on your need with the coming holiday season, and to really provide you with what you need.
Amazing. One question, excuse me for my newbie question. What is an advent calendar?
An advent calendar? Oh yeah, of course. I'm a Catholic. So a Catholic. It's a calendar that you open one little door. It's kind of
Oh,
you open one door every day, and you've got like a candy or a little small gift every day. You open one, so you can wait for
wow.
gift opening on December 24th. So it's until December 24th for the kids to be able to wait for Santa, basically.
Oh, wow. I love that principle. Okay. I didn't grow up in that kind of environment, so I have no idea what that is. So for me, it's a
What's
wow.
an
That's
advent
amazing.
calendar?
Yeah,
That's a good.
wow.
Oh, ask me, ask away. So that's
All
the
right. All right. That's amazing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now, based on the description you said, I already knew it's going to be good because of the caliber of the people you brought in for speakers. But now when you mentioned about the fun aspect, the activities and the context, the concours and everything, I say, wow, now I'm even more excited. That's amazing. Well done. Well done. Now, which part of the event are you the most excited personally?
Ah, that's a good question. I am one of the 12 speakers. So
What is your topic?
my topic? Oh no, that's a surprise.
Or you don't want to, for example, mention the name of the people and what each is going to, at least a title, so to give a glimpse for people to.
Yeah, sure. I could talk a little bit about what
That would be
each.
good opportunity to mention the names and even maybe a line or two, just the title of the top of the talk.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second. I will just put up my page. There are 12 of them, right? So
No
I don't
worries.
the title of each of their presentations. Of course, there's the wonderful Jessica Coach, who's going to talk about VAs and the importance of
Oh
delegating
yes.
work. Yeah, so that's great. We're gonna have a talk with the fabulous Matt Travis about mindset. How does it work? How can you work with your mindset to obtain more goals, more results, best results? And he's also a health coach. So we're going to tackle both health and mindset with him. Dr. Ali Lankarani, who's really well known in the parenting world, is going to talk about how you build your legacy as an
Wow.
entrepreneur, as a parent, as a human being. We're going to have someone who's going to talk. Lisa Deberg is going to talk about how to be the CEO of your own self-care. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others?
Sure.
We're going to talk about ways that you can digital detox. Your teenager, your young kids, how can you have a digital detox? How can you work with digital world, but in a way that's healthy?
I need that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about events and how you can host virtual events with Steve Erickson.
Wow.
We're going to have a meditation moment with my friend Sherelle Morris. She's going to take us through a meditation practice. And with you, we're going to talk about the impact and the importance of having your own podcast and how you can scale your business through podcast. My friend James Lamb is going to talk to you about 3 keys to unlock your superpower as an entrepreneur, and how you can really use that superpower to distinguish yourself from other competitors and really bring your business to another level. We're going to talk about my friend Robin Keane is going to talk about the klepto code and how to stop stealing from yourself. So it's more of a time management process. How do you manage your time? How do you avoid those tasks that are meaningless and totally useless? We're going to talk about finance with Dawn Cermak. She's going to talk about how to identify the holes in your business where money is just going out of your business, how you can patch the boat and prevent it from going under. And for the bonus speakers, you're going to have to go on the registration page to look at it and to register as a VIP. I really want to keep it as a scoop.
Awesome. Wow. That sounds fantastic. I'm excited now that I know, that I heard this list. Wow, there's quite a few of those talks that I'm personally interested in. Especially
Register as an attendee.
I am already. Am I not?
There you go.
Even as a VIP, I'm already registered, I think. as soon as I knew you would be the one hosting it, I said, okay, let me register, not just register, but as a VIP. So don't worry, I will be there.
Good.
Awesome. Wow. Cool. Now, what else?
I don't know, but I think I did. I think I did the whole thing. Oh, I didn't talk about my own talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all about leadership. So I'm gonna talk about some skills that you need to have when it comes to be the leader in your family, but be the leader in your business as well. Like habits that you have that may be killing those leadership skills. So we're going to talk about that together.
That's amazing. And how long is each speech?
It goes from 30 minutes to about 50 minutes.
Okay.
It's under an hour for most of the people.
Okay.
Bonus speakers will be a little shorter, around 25-30 minutes.
Okay. And those videos will go live from December 1st, one video a day. From what time can the people access those videos?
I will have to make sure with Steve. I don't want to say something stupid. I think since I'm Eastern, I'm based on Eastern. So
Yes, Eastern time is good. Okay.
yeah, so it will be at midnight
Okay.
on the day Eastern time. So
when they wake up the next morning, they have access to info.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
The emails go automatically into their inbox with the link.
Okay, wonderful. And if people would like to know more about the event or register for it, what's the best way to do so?
To use your affiliate link, my payment, you're going to put that in the show notes.
All right. Okay, I'll be happy to do so. Okay. And if anyone has any questions about that, they can reach out to you directly as well.
I prefer you register as an attendee. Then I'm going to have your email address. And if you've got personal questions or inquiries, you can go through that email and ask me questions there.
Awesome. Wow, that's interesting. That's very exciting. I'm excited. I can't wait. Today is November 24th. So we have about a week to go. So I can't wait.
Now's the time to register, people.
I know. Are you excited?
It doesn't show. I don't.
Yes. Do you have a calendar? Like each day you put a cross on a day, 5 days to go, 4 days to go, 3 days to go, like a countdown. Do you have that already?
Yeah, absolutely. I do.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an advent calendar yourself?
No, this summit is pretty much going to be my advent calendar this year. I made my own advent calendar.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Awesome. Listen, that's wonderful. You know, I'm sure I'm confident it's going to be a fun experience with some absolute world-class experts dropping a lot of wisdom and golden actionable nuggets that you can apply right away in their life and the businesses. So that's awesome. So what's next for you after this?
My program launches in January. It's going to be part of my talk and part of my future in 2022. And I also want to launch a podcast. I talked to you about that earlier.
Yes.
There's a podcast coming in January as well. So lots of things moving, lots of parts moving at the same time, but I think I'm up for it and I'm super happy about it. Actually, action is determining whether or not you're successful in life. I've always believed that. And I'm really happy that I've got the support I have right now. And I've got the confidence I needed to move forward. So it's fantastic.
Yes. And good move on starting your podcast in January. That's a perfect way to start it and starting the new year. And I'm looking forward to having you on my challenge. So you can also use that as a platform and get you going on the right foot so you can get, first of all, your podcast by Christmas as a gift for yourself. And then you can start the new year with a bang, So
bam. Yeah,
absolutely. Bam. Absolutely. That's going to be fun. All right. Do you have any parting tips for anyone that's watching this? Any tips or anything? Or
honestly, if I were in your shoes, I would skip the regular attendee and go straight to VIP, but that's just
Absolutely.
me. So
Yeah.
you make your own decisions. But I think once you see the people that are here to support and who will speak, I think you'll be convinced. But you know what? Never forget that you are more than your business.
Oh, yes.
And try to focus on the business is a business. You may think of it as a child, but actually, you know, the people who support you are as important, if not more important, than what you do in your business. And try to invest more time in them if you can over the holiday season.
Awesome. Great words of wisdom. Thank you. Well, once again, it was an honor and pleasure talking to you. You're a fun person to talk to when you love your energy, your mission, what you're doing. So keep shining your light, keep doing what you're doing. And looking forward to seeing you in the event in about a week from now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye. Ciao.